I cannot believe we are very nearly in December at this point, which is insane. The holiday season is right around the corner, and that means it is gift buying time. I did want to get this video out a little bit earlier than I tend to. I normally tend to put these out in December, but I was thinking we're shopping earlier and earlier. I want to take advantage of Black Friday sales as they're happening this week, and I'm sure that you all do as well. I know so many things on this list are on sale right now, and so if you can get them for a good deal or tell your friends and family to get them for a good deal, it is the perfect time. Whether you are looking for some things to put on your own gift list, or you clicked on this video because someone in your life is a Planty person and you had no idea what to get them, this is the video for you. I think there's like 100 or so different gift ideas on this list, from like general Planty items, tech, home and lifestyle, clothing, crafty things, DIY, loads of small businesses on here. In general, I try and shop small where possible, and I want to support all of my fellow like Planty people out there who have started businesses and like make cool Planty products. I have linked tons of things down in the description, so if you're looking for something in this list, head down to the description. There's loads of links there. And also, I know a ton of these things are on sale right now for Black Friday. So do with that what you will. You can even send this video along with maybe like a timestamp being like, hey, go check out 5 minutes 23. That's what I want for Christmas. That kind of thing, if you're fancy. Before we get into it, I want to say, if you're new here and you don't know me already, hi, my name is Emma and I make houseplanty content all over the internet. So if you want to follow along with my houseplanty journey and maybe learn something along the way, stick around, watch some more of my videos, and subscribe to my channel. If you are not new here, welcome back. I really appreciate it. I also want to note the light is going to be doing whatever the frick it wants in this video. The clouds are coming in, going out. We're just going to ignore that. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's changing literally right in front of my eyes right now. What's up with that? Anyways, like I said, ignore it. I'm gonna start off with the plants category. This might be a little bit obvious if you've got a Planty person in your life, or if you're a Planty person, you can ask for plants. It is a great option, but if you are shopping for a Planty person, I will say, don't just buy them any old houseplant. I think I would be annoyed if someone just like went to a grocery store and picked out a random houseplant for me. Like, I'd feel touched that they thought of me, but it might not be something they want. And so if you are shopping for the person and you want to get them a houseplant, see if they have a wish list and see if you can get something off of that specifically. Get a specific plant that you know they want, as opposed to just any random plant. But if you are at all unsure about which houseplant to get them, I'd say steering clear is a better option, or you can go for something like a plant voucher for one of their favorite plant shops or a local plant shop in the area, so then they can pick out the plant for themselves and get the one that they actually really want. And it would still be from you, but it'll be through a voucher or something, which isn't as exciting. I have so many other things on this list that I would recommend over getting someone a houseplant, even though they're a Planty person. Next up, we have general plant equipment. And the first option in there is decorative plant pots. We all use decorative plant pots. It is something we are always needing, and especially when you get into like ceramic pots and stuff like that, they can lean a little bit more on the expensive side, and so I don't find myself going to buy them for myself. I'd rather buy myself a plant instead. And so getting a really nice decorative pot could be a great option for the Planty person in your life. You can go find some like local ceramicist. You can get loads on Etsy that are like hand painted and customized. You can find them at your local charity shop. You could make one yourself. I'll talk more about DIY later, but like that is an option out there, and cute decorative pots are something that we are all going to use, and you can kind of find whichever one suits the style of the person that is receiving the present. Taking it one step further, if the person you're shopping for is a little bit more advanced or getting into some like different Planty techniques like semi-hydro, getting them something like a self-watering pot. These do vary in price. You can get some on the cheaper end or go a little bit more high end with something like lechuza, and those self-watering pots, they're really great, but they are a pretty penny, and so they're not something that I would buy for myself, but they're things that I want. That's what I find that some of the best gifts are. Things that people just don't want to buy for themselves, but they do still really want. And getting a really nice self-watering pot from Lechuza or Elho or Potter is another one. Those are flat packs, so if you're mailing a present to someone and you're worried about like a pot breaking in the mail, Potter is a really good option because they come flat backed and they're like kind of an origami pot. Moss poles are another really good option. I personally recommend D-shaped moss poles because they hold in the most moisture and I find them the easiest to use and my plants like them the best. You can get ones from, I think Grow Vertical is an Australian company. Russo Plant Care makes front opening ones that are really great. They are US based. Mythos 3 Design makes really cool 3D printed ones as well, and you can get things that are a little bit more ornate or more minimal. You can get fully clear, like acetate sort of ones. You could DIY moss poles as well. It is just a great thing for a sort of growing plant collection. Might not be the best beginner plant present, but if someone is like really getting into plants a bit more, this is a really good option for them. Another plant support option is trellises. There are so many different options for trellises out there, from super ornate to extremely minimal. My personal favorites are the acrylic ones, both like the clear arches as well as the iridescent ones. Those are just so cool and I love they shine like little rainbows. Let me pull one. I have one just right here. They're just a little bit of extra like fun and jazziness to add to your collection. Those ones are from Arca, I believe. You can get clear ones from Plant Scraper or like so many different options online. I found a lot on Etsy as well. There's loads of 3D printed ones on Etsy too, like I said, that are more ornate. You can get ones in shapes of leaves or circles or triangles or kind of whatever you can think of, you can probably find a trellis of. Potting mats are another great present out there, especially for someone like me who lives in a flat. I don't have access to the outside. I don't even have a table. And so having a potting mat is super useful because I want to repot my plants, but I don't really have anywhere to do it. Potting mat is the perfect option because I can just lay that out on the floor. I mean, even if you do have a table or an outside space, they are still incredibly useful because they make cleaning up after repotting so much easier. And there's loads of different types like vegan leather and like waterproof fabric. There's plastic ones. There's this like really cool iridescent one that I have on my wish list this year that I would absolutely love if somebody were to get to me. Even though I have so many different potting mats, I still want this one because it's so cool. It's just something that's endlessly useful for a plant parent. Another thing that plant parents definitely get use out of is fertilizers. I personally fertilize my plants all year round, so I go through it. And I can't always afford to get the like fancy, nice fertilizer for like specialized fancy house plants. And I don't want to say designer fertilizers because like that's not what it is, but like that's kind of the vibe. They are just that little bit more expensive and I'm not gonna get that for myself every time, but if I could use it every time, that'd be awesome. And so if someone gifted me something like Nurture System fertilizer or a bottle of liquid gold leaf, those are fantastic options and I know they would get used like by any plant parent really. I also think that a predatory mite subscription would be a fantastic gift. I personally use a predatory mite subscription that like gets sent to my house every 6 weeks, and so if you got that for a plant parent in your life, that would be them sorted on like pest prevention for, I mean, I don't know, a year. You can get them sort of any sort of amount of time you want. I personally have my subscription with Ladybird Plant Care in the UK. I don't really know the options in the US, but I'm sure there is something out there and they would just like automatically get sent to the plant person in your life every 4 or 6 weeks or something. It'd just be one more thing that they didn't have to worry about in their plant care journey. If you have a little bit of a budget, an IKEA greenhouse cabinet could be a perfect thing because they are a little bit more on the expensive side. Again, it's not something that like people can easily get for themselves a lot of the time, and it's a really great way to keep plants in a more elevated environment in our homes, because I can't make my entire home a greenhouse. That's just not reasonable. But I can make this cabinet a greenhouse. I have a Millsbo and a Rudsta and an Acrobar from IKEA. The Acrobar is just the like small countertop one, which if you have a bit less budget, that could be a really good option. But you also don't need to go with an IKEA option. You can find something secondhand on Facebook Marketplace. You can go for like a vintage display cabinet. I've seen people make those up into greenhouse cabinets and they do look really cute as well, and it could be an option for someone if they've got more of like a vintage style in their home as opposed to like modern, because the IKEA cabinets do lean very modern. If they already have an IKEA greenhouse cabinet and they might want to customize it, some clear acrylic shelves are a really good option. Modern Aqua makes great ones and they're US based, and Plant Scraper, I believe, is the EU option for these sort of clear acrylic shelves. I think these are the best shelf options to customize and like kit out an IKEA cabinet because they let light through, they let airflow through, and they generally like highlight your plants a little bit more because you can like attach grow lights to them and stuff. They look really cool, and again, they are a little bit more on the pricey side, and so I wouldn't necessarily be able to afford to get them for myself, but if I received them as a gift, I would be like eternally grateful. The next category is tech, and I know not every plant person uses tech in their home, but I find that there's so many things out there that are incredibly useful that can help us grow our plant collections better, and tech is helping. So the first option I have here is grow lights. There's so many options out there, from more budget side like Barina and Sansi, all the way up to like the high luxury side of Mother grow lights. I feel like those are ones, I have mine here, that people would love to get. And then there's so many in between, like pendant lights and bulbs. Grow Gang is a great option if you're here in the UK. Soltech is another company I would recommend out in the US. I do have 2 grow light deep dive videos that I will link down below in my like grand list of links, where I share all of the different grow lights I use in my collection and sort of my thoughts on all of them. So if you want like more information on grow lights and like help deciding which ones to pick, those 2 videos could be really, really useful like resources for you as well. Sorry, I can't put every single grow light in this list. There's just too many like fabulous options out there. My personal favorite Planty gadget is a smart plant sensor, specifically the one from Willow, who've actually sponsored this video today, so I'm going to share a little bit more about them. I know I've talked about them a lot lately, but I am genuinely obsessed with these plant sensors. They make taking care of my plants so much easier, especially for ones that I'm not as familiar with, or ones that tend to have higher watering needs, because let's be honest, I am a chronic underwaterer, so having this send me notifications to remind me to water my plants, like my Maranta here, which is a much higher needs plant, is so incredibly useful. It makes my life so much easier, and I can worry less about what my plants need and worry more about like keeping the general collection like healthy instead. They also measure things like light, temperature, and humidity, and will alert you if your plant needs any sort of changes. I definitely have some plants that I've put in spots that are a little bit too dark that my Willow sensors have been telling me off for leaving them in such dark spots, but I find that incredibly helpful because it lets me know that maybe I do need to get more grow lights or move them to a brighter spot near a window or something like that instead. And right now, Willow has their biggest offer of the year up for Black Friday. And they've actually given me an exclusive code to share with all of you, GoodGrowing20, which you can use to get 20% off site-wide on all of their products before their Black Friday sale even begins, which is also 20% off. So you get early access to all of the Black Friday offers. And this works in the UK, the EU, and North America. So if you've ever thought about getting these, now is the perfect time to get them. Or if you're looking for a gift for a planty person in your life, whether they're a beginner or a plant pro, this is a great option. Or it's a great gift for that one friend that you keep giving plants to that keeps killing them. Maybe next time gift them a Willow starter pack instead, and they might not kill the plants anymore. So thank you so much, Willow, for sponsoring this video, and for all of you, get these plant sensors. They are freaking amazing. Another smart product you could get is a smart power strip. I know that sounds like kind of a lame gift, giving someone a power strip, but you know, these smart power strips are fantastic, and they make my plant care journey so much easier because I have hooked all of my grow lights up to them, and my grow lights turn on and off automatically every day without me ever having to think about that, and that just makes my life so much easier. I can set it for the right amount of time, and then just like they do the job for me. And so getting a smart plug or a smart power strip is actually like kind of a good gift, especially if the plant person in your life is like that little bit techie like I am. And then this last gadget I actually only recently saw on Instagram, but I have immediately added it to my personal wish list, is a plant cam. Essentially, it is a time-lapse camera that you hook up facing a plant, and it will take a picture every like 10 minutes or something and then make a time lapse for you. So you can like watch new leaves come in, you can watch flowers bloom, or you can just like keep an eye on your houseplants. I'm pretty sure you can like look into it on the app at any time. Sounds cool. I didn't know that they made specific ones of these for plants, so when I saw it on Instagram, I thought it was quite fun. maybe you just know that the person you're buying gifts for likes plants. You don't know anything else about their plant journey. Getting something in this like home lifestyle category could be a better option. First off, we have Planty clothes. There's so many different options out there. You can literally look up houseplant t-shirts on the internet and you can find like tons of different listings on Etsy. You could also go for some specific plant merch. I personally have some plant merch that I will link down below, and so many other different houseplant creators make plant merch. So if you know someone that they follow that they really like, then I think that's a really good option. My personal favorite place to get plant clothes is Tropics Narcotics. They make the coolest, most badass alternative plant merch instead of the sort of cutesy stuff. If that's your style, no hate on that. I'm just more of like an alt metal girl instead of like, ooh, cutesy little plants. Like I said, there's no problem with either option, but Tropics Narcotics is one of my absolute favorites. I'm also a huge fan of leaf pillows. Again, look it up on Etsy, and there's different options, ones that are like more screen printed and like just have a picture of a leaf on it, and then some that are actually in shapes of leaves, which I highly recommend. I think they're really cool. And they are, again, a little bit more expensive because obviously they are custom because they're like a fun shape, but they're way cooler, and I would like literally cover my house in leaf cushions if I possibly could. There's also houseplant plushies out there. You can get a plushie for anything these days, especially like jelly cats. They have some houseplant ones in there. I think they've got like a monstera and a cactus and stuff. Or there's this company in the US, Blushies, who have a little bit more rare ones like variegated alocasias and variegated begonias, and like I think they probably have an anthurium somewhere in there or whatever. Those are really cool, and if I were in the US, I would totally get a Blushies for myself. They've got big ones, they've got little keychains, there's tons of different options there. A leaf rug could also be a really cool option. I have seen loads of different monstera leaf rugs. I think they're quite fun. You can get variegated ones, you can get normal ones. You could make it yourself if you have those sort of capabilities, like go to one of those rug tufting places and make a monstera leaf mug. That would be so much fun. And then the person in your life would be getting a sort of like handmade gift, which would be cool. Again, this is just generally more expensive because they're probably handmade, and so they're not necessarily a budget option, but they are really cool. And if you can DIY it, that's a fun option too. A really easy gift is a Planty mug. You could go something super literal with ones that say like plant mom, or if you wanted to go a little bit more understated, there's mugs with like leaf patterns, or even just a green mug. Would be super freaking cute. I think I've also seen like glass mugs with monstera leaves on them. Really cute and totally functional. There's something that the person can use every single day in their lives with their like morning hot drink, whether it be coffee, tea, whatever. They can use it on a regular basis, and every time they do, they'll think of you, and I think that's freaking cute. Planty books are another cool thing. You could go for some like vintage, like houseplant encyclopedia things. I know they do have them out there. They're definitely harder to find. You might need to go on like eBay or something for that. But there's also loads of like newer Planty books out there. One on my wish list is The Philosophy of Houseplants by Sarah Gerard Jones. Johnny the Bearded Plantaholic's book is just coming out. Like there's so many book options from like small independent creators as well, and you can get those at like loads of different bookstores or on Amazon as well, which makes it a really easy gift to get. Okay, hear me out. Fake plants, but cool fake plants. I'm talking like mini plants made out of like clay or paper or crocheted. They have them out there. There's like plants for dollhouses even, and like those stinking cute. I think they are adorable, and like it's kind of a cool way to like have a rare plant that you wouldn't necessarily be able to buy or take care of, but you don't have to water it. It just like adds to like the fun greenery vibe in your home without care, which is awesome. And I find them really cute. You could DIY them as well. Again, I'll talk more about DIY in a second. That is my next section, but I've got a few more home and lifestyle things first. Botanical art is another great option. There's loads of artists out there that make different like leaf prints and like watercolors. You could even go as far and get it framed for them, whether it's a frame from like your local charity shop, thrift store, or like a frame from IKEA. Doesn't really matter. You could get them something that they can immediately hang up on their wall, and that would be a really cool thing to get. Window stickers or sun catchers is another really good option. You can get ones that are in the shape of leaves or plants, or just like circles, hearts, or like the ones that are like crystals that hang down in your window. Most of us have our curtains open, curtains or blinds open most of the day to let lights in for our plants, and so having the light go through something like that and like show rainbows throughout my house, I'm absolutely here for it. I want rainbows in my house all the time. Also, another thing I found when I was researching for this video, stained glass plants. So cool. You can kind of get them as like window hanging things that you like suction cup on your window and you can hang down, or like a 3D one that like exists in your home and kind of refracts the light as well. I think it's similar to like getting a fake plant, where it's a fun way to have a plant in a sort of different way and you don't have to worry about taking care of it, but it's still freaking cute. Getting into DIY and crafty options, whether you want to make this for yourself, like you're crafty and you want to make it for the plant person in your life, or the plant person in your life is a crafty person and they might like to receive a like kit or something to do this, or like time with you doing this craft thing. There's like many options, and I think there's something so nice about a handmade gift as well. It's just like, it feels a little bit more sentimental because someone's obviously put the time into creating this thing, and it means that just that like little bit more than if you did buy something. My first thought here was a little plant pot. You can kind of make them out of clay and paint it if you've got kids in your life and they need to make something for their like Planty auntie or uncle. They could do a little like pinch pot and paint it, and it'd be so cute. It'd be from the kids. You could like stick little letter beads on them. You could like paper mache like a little pot. You could also go out and buy like a terracotta pot and paint it yourself if you didn't want to like physically make the pot, and you could paint it in any sort of style. You could like write their name on it in a decorative way. You could like cover it with stickers of like something they like. Kind of unlimited options when it comes to DIY plant pots. A macrame plant hanger is another really cool thing you could do. You can go like super simple and make one that's just got a few knots in it, or you can go like super duper ornate if you have the time and the like knot tying abilities. And there's countless videos on YouTube, tutorials on how to do different macrame knot styles, even like how to make specific plant hangers and stuff. I've personally made a couple of videos like that, so there's loads of different options. Or you could like get them a macrame kit, because I know those are out there and you can like find them, and it kind of like takes all like the guesswork out of how much string you need to make this project. It makes it a lot easier. If you know how to crochet, you could make a mini plant out of crochet. I actually have one that was given to me by one of my patrons. It's a little string of pearls. I think that's a really cute way to have houseplants. You can like make little ones that can hang in their cars, or like a little keychain. You could make leaf coasters, or even like crochet plant pot covers. Again, there's loads of different options. I know there's so many different like YouTube videos out there, or like even like Etsy patterns you can get on how to make these little like cute plushes, or plant pot covers, or like kind of anything that you could think of to make with crochet. Make it planty vibes. I'm sure the plant person in your life would absolutely love that. You could get a latch hook, cushion, or rug kit. Basically, it's like this little hook thing that you stick through some mesh and pull little pieces of yarn through it, and you could make a rug out of it. It's pretty cool. I actually just got one of these for myself, and I'm just making it while I'm watching TV in the evenings. It's a cute little pink cushion with a leaf pattern on it. You can like DIY them, I'm sure, if you had the know-how, if you already have like the hook thing, or you can get like a kit for someone to make it themselves, or for you to make for them as well. Similarly, there's loads of paint by numbers out there. I personally haven't done one myself, but I'm positive there are some houseplanty ones. You could do a paint by numbers for someone and like frame it, or get them the kit and they could do it themselves. Like super duper easy option, and they would get like a cool piece of art out of it at the end. And then this last one, I didn't really know whether to put it in DIY or not, but I am, because it's kind of like a DIY present. It's a grow your own mushrooms kit. I did this earlier this year, and it was so much fun watching these mushrooms grow. Like over the course of 2 weeks, the mushrooms grew from absolutely nothing into like this massive oyster mushroom, and it was so much fun to watch the whole process. And then I got to harvest them and eat them after at the end of it. And so I think that's a really cool gift. I've gotten that for some of my friends as gifts, because I know that they like mushrooms and growing plants and stuff. And so I think that's a really cool thing. And it sort of kind of fits into this DIY section as well, maybe, kind of. I didn't know where else to put it, okay? And then the final category is experiences, because not everyone wants to get material gifts. Some people prefer experiences or gifting experiences, and I think that is a great option as well. And I've got a few Planty vibes ones for us here. The first one being a plant shopping date day. Maybe you go out with them and you get them a little coffee or like a cocktail at the end of it, and you go either around to like several different plant shops, or you go to their favorite plant shop and you just go and hang out with your friend and you plant shop. And like maybe you get them something, maybe you don't. Spending the time together, getting them that coffee, and like just hearing about their passion, that is absolutely a gift. I know I love to just like info dump about houseplants, and I know my husband like he doesn't care that much, but he loves seeing me excited about things, and I know that he would think it's a good present for me to like go to a plant shop with someone and I could just like talk about plants, especially if we have plant friends. That's a really great gift for one of them. Similarly, you get tickets to a botanical garden local to you. I know in London we've got Kew Gardens. If someone got me tickets to Kew Gardens and wanted to go on a little Kew Gardens botanical garden date with me, absolutely, I am here for it. We can just like go around and play like, I've got that, oh my god, that's what that turns into, and it's in a mature, nice, like humid environment. Oh my god, so much fun. I would love it. And I think most Planty people would as well. You could pack a picnic and sit outside and just have a really nice day enjoying the nature and like botanical gardens and glass houses and stuff like that. And also, those places have the best gift shops, I've found. I love a good like museum botanical garden gift shop. So much fun. Workshops are another great option for an experience, whether you're gifting them an experience to do it on their own or you're planning to go with them. There's loads of terrarium workshops and like kokedama workshops out there. So many different plant shops I know do them. You can sign up for them with your friend and you could have a cute little date evening making a little planty thing, and then you have something to remember it at the end of the experience to take home with you, and I think that is super sweet. Or you could get them tickets to a plant swap. I know this isn't necessarily the right time for plant swaps in my area, at least. We don't have tons over the winter, but maybe you could make like a little DIY IOU voucher that says like IOU tickets to the next another plant swap event. That would be so cute, because then you could go to the plant swap together, you can meet other Planty people. It is such a fun time, and it's kind of like a big fun Planty day out. I think it would make a really nice gift to give someone tickets. And then this final option is a little bit more on the expensive side and a little bit more on the alternative side as well. You could do a Planty tattoo date. Whether you are getting matching Planty tattoos or you know the person in your life has tattoos, likes plants, and wants a Planty tattoo, you can get them a voucher for a tattoo shop or something and go with them or not. You choose. There's so many different like artist styles out there as well, so you do want to be careful to find someone that fits the like vibe of the like style of tattoos that the person in your life has. It's not just like a one size fits all thing, unless you're just like being like, hey, I'm giving you this amount of money towards a tattoo. That works as well. That is perfectly a viable option, and then they could pick the artist and then you just like give them the money for it. Maybe that's less fun. I would really love it as a bit of an experience if like me and my like little plant friend group went out to go get tattoos as our Christmas present to each other. I think that would be adorable, and I think it'd be a really good time. Oh my goodness, there you go. There is every single Planty gift idea I could possibly think of for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you got some inspiration from it for either your own Christmas gift list, or if you're shopping for a Planty person, you've got some inspo for what to get them for a myriad of budgets. There's so many options. And again, I will say there's loads of links down below in the description, some discount codes, as well as lots of Black Friday sales going on right now. So if you're watching this in the last week of November, perfect time to be getting going with your holiday shopping. I want to say a huge thank you again to Willow for sponsoring this video, and thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up down below and leave a comment on other houseplanty things you'd like me to talk about in the future, or if there's a gift idea that I completely missed out on here, let me know down below, and that could be even more information. If you still can't find a gift after this list, maybe check down in the comments and there might be some options down there as well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to keep growing. Bye!